a song of joy, for peace shall come, my brother. Sing a song of joy, for we shall all love each other. That day will dawn just as sure as hearts that are pure are hearts set free. Come sing a song of joy, of freedom, tell the story. Sing a song of joy for mankind in his glory. One mighty voice that will bring love and will ring forevermore. Then sing a song of joy for love and understanding. Come sing a song of joy, of freedom, tell the story. Come sing a song of joy. That day will dawn just as sure as hearts that are pure are hearts set free. Sing a song of joy, of freedom, tell the story. One mighty voice that will bring a sound that will ring forevermore. Then sing a song of joy. Sing a song of joy. Come sing a song of joy, for love and understanding. Come sing a song of joy. Come sing a song of joy.
Good morning, Unity. I'm Reverend John Riley. I have the joy of serving as your senior minister, and I'd like to welcome you to our Sunday celebration service. If you're new to Unity, what we want you to know is Unity is a global spiritual community. We are welcoming and inclusive of people from all backgrounds and all walks of life, and we teach positive, practical spiritual principles that you can apply in your life every day to help you live a more joyful and abundant life. We are so blessed and thank you for being part of our Sunday experience. Whether you're here in the sanctuary, live on the live stream, or watching during the week, know that wherever you are in this moment, you're in the right place at the right time right now. Yes? Because wherever you are, God is. And so it is. We are so blessed this morning to have with us Christine Soror as our platform leader. Ronnie Beck is on drums. Russell Norman is on piano. And Deborah Winters is our soloist this morning. And so I will invite you all to stand as Deborah leads us in our two Christmas songs.
Yay, we get to sing Hark the Herald Angels Sing, yay! Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King, peace on earth and mercy mild, God and sinners reconcile. Joyful all ye nations rise, join the triumph of the skies, with angelic hosts proclaim, Christ is born in Bethlehem. Hark Prince of Peace, hail the Son of Righteousness, light and life to all he brings, present with his healing wings. Mild he lays his glory by, born that man no more may die, born to raise the son of earth, born to give them second birth. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Can you tell it's Joy Sunday? Okay, here we go. Joy to the world, the Lord has come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room. And heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing. He rules the world with truth and grace, and makes the nations reigns. The glories of the fields and plains. Repeat the sounding joy, my bad. Repeat the sounding joy. Repeat, repeat the sounding joy.
Good morning, everyone. It's so wonderful to connect with all of you here. And for those watching us live online, it's a pleasure. My name is Christine Sroor, and I'm your platform assistant today. So, Unity is part of a worldwide movement that teaches us 5 core principles. And you can find these principles on the welcome card in the pew in front of you. The first principle is God is. There's only one presence and one power active in my life and in the universe, God, the good, omnipotence. And no matter what name you choose to use for God, just know that it is the only powerful presence that really matters. Our second principle is I am. God is the substance and intelligence innate in every person and in all creation. We are part of that substance, like the ocean is in the wave. Everyone's God living expression in reflection of the divine glory, just as I am. And the third principle is law of mind action. Thoughts in mind produce after their kind. And we can affect our world by observing our thoughts, choosing mindfulness, and in a way that we change the way that we think about circumstances, about ourselves, and about others. And the fourth principle is meditation and prayers. As we make time during our day to pray and meditate, we become more connected to our divine self. And our last principle, of course, is learning all these principles and practice them daily. This daily practice of these principles, and as we do so, we express more of the divine within us and life gets better. These 5 principles guide us in living our vision statement, and I will invite you to affirm it with me. Together, centered in God, we co-create a world that works for all. Thank you.
I took my tree down to the shore, the garland and the silver star, to find my peace and grieve no more. to heal this place inside my heart. On every branch I laid some bread, and hungry birds filled up the sky. They rang thy bells around my head. They sang my spirit back to life. One tiny child can change the world. One shining light can show the way. For all my tears, I'll grieve no more. There's still my joy. There's still my joy for Christmas Day. One tiny child can change the world. One shining light can show the way. For all my tears, I'll grieve no more. There's still my joy. There's still my joy for Christmas Day.
Thank you. If you've been following us, this is the 4th week of Advent. And we're going to light the candles for all the Advent weeks. First week of Advent, we celebrated faith. So I'm going to light the candle of faith. The second week, we celebrated the love, peace. We celebrated peace. So I'm going to light the candle of peace. Right. And the third week of Advent, we celebrated love. I'm going to light the candle of love. The 4th Advent week, we celebrate joy. Today, we light the candle of joy. All right. Daily word for today is joy. I'm going to affirm the affirmation today, and I'll invite you to say it with me. My Advent journey leads me to joy. Together? Advent journey leads me to joy. And the reading is, there's a stirring in the air that calls me to rejoice. The imminent birth of the Christ into humanity is an exciting time. Joy is the welcoming of unconditional love and the deep knowing it is the birthright of all the world's beings. It is the awe felt at the birth of a baby, the scent of crisp, clean air, or watching a comet flame across the night sky. These are some of the wonders that bring me joy. I need not wait for these serendipitous happenings to awaken my joy. As I embark on the Advent journey, I have grown in faith, peace, and love. With joy, my Advent journey is nearing completion. This wonderful feeling of deep contentment, a full heart, and tranquil mind leads to the expectancy of the birth of the Christ within, the greatest gift I could receive. And our Bible verse is from Matthew 2:10. When they saw the star had stopped, they were overwhelmed with joy. And so it is.
Peace for all seasons, love every moment, light shines wherever we are. Faith in the darkness, hope in the silence, joy, 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 oh, in our hearts. Every day is a choice to show some kindness. We all are part of one family. So connected, our hearts and spirit. I reach out for you and you reach out for me. Peace for all seasons, love every moment. Shine light, your light wherever you are. Faith in the darkness, hope in the silence. Joy, 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 oh, in our hearts. Now is the time to come together, to count our blessings. We are so grateful. We lift our voices in one chorus. My brothers and sisters, now let's celebrate. Peace for all seasons, love every moment. Light shines wherever we are. Faith in the darkness, hope in the silence. Joy, 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 oh, in our hearts, yes. Peace for all seasons, love every moment. Light shines wherever we are. Faith in the darkness, hope in the silence. Joy, 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 oh, in our hearts. Everybody sing. Joy, 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 oh, in our hearts. One more time. Joy, 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 oh, in our hearts. Joy for all seasons. One more time. Joy, joy.
We can do one more time. You want to do one more time?
Peace for all seasons, love every moment. Light shines wherever we are. Faith in the darkness, hope in the silence. Joy, 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 oh, in our hearts. One more time. Joy, 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 oh, in our hearts.
And so it is. Good morning, Unity. What a joyful experience this is today, yes? This is the time of year. It's such a special time of year. It's a time of year that lifts us up, that celebrates us, that brings us together. And there's one question I get more often than any during this time of year. Can you guess what it is? What am I getting? No, something about Santa Claus. That ain't it. Anybody? What am I doing? That's the second most asked question. The first one is, are you ready for Christmas? Oh, yes. How many of you have been asked that question? And the answer is no. And yes, but mostly no. It's so funny because during these times, we get really excited about what's happening. And so we start to really amp up our energy and amp up our enthusiasm and all of the things that are happening this year. For me, it starts just before Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving's kind of a nice, peaceful time, and then wham, all the parties, all the shopping, all the excitement. Have you sensed that before? Traffic, how does traffic get this time of year? I tell you, there are more people wishing everyone Merry Christmas with their horns than ever before. And just driving to the store downtown Palo Alto, I had like 4 people wish me Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas. It was fantastic. And the wonderful people at the shopping centers and at the malls, it's just, yeah, it's wonderful to see all this experience of pushing people out of the way and trying to get to that last sweater that's there. Okay, maybe that was just me. I apologize to whoever I was pushing out of the way. But so we have this time of year is just so special. I think for all spiritual traditions, we all have something that lifts us up and brings us into this experience of spirit. It brings us into that experience of kindness and caring. And at the same time, there are times when it gets a little overwhelming. We have not decorated the tree yet. My mother-in-law, Judy, arrives tonight. We decided, of course, this was all planned, that we would decorate the tree tomorrow together as a family. Isn't that lovely? Yes. Yes, I got all of our Christmas tree lights up about 34 hours ago. Outside, all of the lights up, except for one. I have one more installation to do because that's how I am. I just add something new every year, much to my neighbor's chagrin. And we're just the ongoing remembering of, what are the last minute gifts? What are the last minute things that we want to get for each other? So this energy is just flowing. And sometimes it gets us to a point where we just need to take a break and relax and remember that this is about that Christ consciousness being born within us. So in this mighty chaos of Christmas and the holidays and this time of year, fortunately, we have all been practicing the Advent of the Advent season, right? All right, 5 of us. Woo! Yeah, that's the whole point of Advent, is to get prepared for this time and get prepared for the birth of Jesus of Nazareth, and also the expression, the birth, the emerging of this Christ consciousness in all of humankind. And that's really the spiritual meaning of Christmas, is that emerging consciousness that is within us, ever emerging within us until we are understanding to a greater degree our divinity, that divine consciousness that is within each one and through all humanity. And so we began with peace. We began with faith. See, even I forget. We began with faith, establishing ourselves in faith, holding a mighty faith so that this idea of oneness unfolds within me. This idea of the divine consciousness unfolds within me as I'm going through life. And from that unfoldment of faith comes a peaceful heart, where we become centered in the presence of Spirit within us, where we become peaceful at times when we need to have peace. And we are empowered by love, that harmonizing, prospering, healing energy of Spirit that moves in, through, and as us in all of our experiences, our physical body, our physical thoughts, our experiences in life, our relationships, our work, our job. It's all working for us, right? And as we practice that, it becomes a little bit better. It becomes a little bit easier. And it doesn't take perfection in any of this. It's just a remembering, setting in attention. I'm going to dive into faith a little bit more today. My faith and my oneness with the allness of life, love, and wisdom. My faith in God, however you want to establish it. But it's that deep inner knowing that you are one, and within you, you have all of the resources necessary. And that creates a moment, a peaceful heart, when all of those wonderful beings are wishing you happy holidays while you're driving through the city of your town, right? That just knowing is that I'm at peace. I'm okay. And allowing that space for love to flow, the love of Spirit, that harmonizing energy to flow, to remember that we are here as an experience of Christmas to be connected to one another, to care for one another, to express gratitude and kindness towards one another. We're here in this season to recognize that kindness and express that self-kindness within us and allow that feeling of love to emerge. And as it does, joy is the natural result. Joy in Spirit. I loved the Daily Word, how it talked about all these different things that we see outside of us that reminds us of the joy of Spirit within us. When we see those beautiful lights, when we see the beautiful scenes, when we experience the love, it reminds us of the joy that is always present within us when we open to it. And so today is all about opening to that idea. Now, life is not always easy, right? There are times, especially during this time of year, when things can be a little challenging. During this season, everything is amped up. Our emotions are amped up. So our joy is greater and our stresses are sometimes greater as well. And there are things that are happening in our world that we don't always connect with. And so it's an opportunity for us to just take a moment and pause and to reset ourselves. One of my favorite stories in the Bible is the one of King Herod and the Magi. Do you remember this story of the kings that are set off by the North Star, saw the North Star and realized, okay, this is the coming of this new dawning of this new age of the Christ consciousness. This is the birth, the coming of Jesus of Nazareth, that there's somebody, a teacher coming to express it. And so they got excited by the lights in the sky. And they started off and they got to King Herod's pad, that castle, wherever King Herod lived. And King Herod was nervous because they told him about this idea that the king of the Jews is coming and the Messiah is coming. And he got a little nervous. And you know what he told the Magi to do? To go find him and... Yeah, now that's my artistic license. I don't know if he did that or not, but the whole point was get rid of this guy, get rid of this kid, because he felt threatened. And the Magi were all like, okay, sure. And they started off. Now, deep down inside, they knew we're not doing that. We're not getting involved in that. But they followed that North Star until that North Star stopped moving. They got to the spot where they knew they had to be, and then there was joy. They got to the manger, the beautiful place in that. And this story is so beautiful for me because there's a spiritual aspect to this that represents us. All of us have within us that King Herod, that part of us that is afraid of this divine consciousness within us. That part of us that doesn't want to let go of our control over our life, doesn't want to think that we're not in control, that the ego is not leading everything around, that the ego is not the hero here, right? That there's something else within us trying to emerge. And so that King Herod in us wants to squish that divine consciousness that's emerging. But the wisdom within you says, it's time to keep going. Don't worry. Just keep going and follow that light within you. Follow that beacon within you that's leading you to that greater expression of that divine consciousness within you. And as we go through this, we are able to move through life a little bit easier. When we recognize, oh, there's my King Herod rising up when I'm getting upset, right? Oh, there's my King Herod. It's okay, King. Just relax. My wise beings within me, that wise aspect of me, that wisdom within me, that divine wisdom is going to guide me in the right direction. So my own inner King Herod can relax. And when we go through this life, we have to realize that it's these thoughts that we use to create our experience of the world. The Buddha once said, we are shaped by our thoughts. We become what we think. When the mind is pure, joy follows like a shadow that never leaves. Isn't that a beautiful thought? When the mind is pure, joy follows and never leaves. And that's the whole idea of this, the emergence of this Christ consciousness, is allowing that energy within you to emerge. Allowing it to be who you are and be that guiding presence even when your own inner King Herod is rearing its head. Even when you're tempting to wish those 5 people on the road Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, as you're driving by them. Just take a moment to breathe and remember we are here to be that peaceful presence, to be that love, to be that faith, to be that peace, to be that joy. And that's the beauty of it. There's nothing that you have to do other than allowing it, aligning our thoughts with that divine presence, that kingdom of God within you. So in this day, in these days of challenges, sometimes this idea of not enough pops up. Do I have enough money for the presents? Do I have enough gifts for the kids? Do I have enough? Is there enough coming to me? So there's this sense of lack that comes with Christmas sometimes. In the midst, and that's when it's important when you're experiencing that sense of not enough, to ground ourselves in spirit. To set and the best way to do that, I think, is to set an intention. Just simply set that intention to say, I am one with the infinite flow of life, love, and wisdom. I'm going to move through this day knowing that I am one, that I have everything I need within me, all thoughts, ideas, all energy, all power, all strength within me, to move through this day with ease and grace and with joy in my heart. Faith is that. That's the expression of faith, setting that intention and saying, I have what I need today, for God is. Spirit is moving in, through, and as me. This divine consciousness is. And so I have it there. And in the midst of the chaos, in the midst of all of the traffic and all of the people and all of the burning cookies and all of the, the things that are not going, I watched several videos on that thing that you just go, those social media things where they're fabulous. They're movies of cats tearing down the Christmas tree. Have you seen those? Oh my gosh, they're wonderful. Those aren't my cats, by the way. My cats know how. But so in the midst of that kind of chaos, because sometimes our Christmas trees are being torn down, aren't they? Sometimes it feels like our ornaments are going flying in the room, inside of us. And in those times, it's really important to remember to become still, to just take a moment. When you're feeling that, just take a moment to intentionally become still. All it takes is a breath. Now, sometimes it takes me about 10 breaths. Right? There are times when I'm in it, and it takes me a little bit to unwind. But if I set the intention and allow myself to be present to that peace, that inner peace within, then I'm reestablished and joy bubbles up again. I allow joy to happen again. And sometimes there are times when we don't necessarily feel the connection towards one another. We don't necessarily feel the experience of being one with one another in this time. And that's a time to remember to engage in and express the energy of love, that harmonizing energy. May Rowland is a Unity minister and author, or was a Unity minister and author. She wrote several books that were metaphysically translating the Bible, and one of the things that she said was, the first step in remedying such conditions is to forget about your personality, your personal self, and cultivate the irresistible power of love in your life by giving something of yourself in a helpful way to someone else. The most effective way to relieve that sense of not enough, that sense of stress, that sense of disconnection, is to give of yourself. To give of yourself. Not necessarily a present, although those are lovely, but to give of the love within yourself. To give of kindness. To give of caring and compassion. To give of that sense of that inner being within us. To give that to someone else. And what a blessing it is for that other person. And what a blessing it is for you. You know, when somebody does that for you, how blessed we feel. That's the gift that you're giving someone else, just simply by giving kindness, compassion, connection. What an incredible experience. And when we give that gift, we receive that gift. That is a blessing to someone else, and when we bless someone else, we bless ourselves. You just can't help it. It's just what happens. That divine blessing, that idea of grace just is and fills us up when we express and allow ourselves to live from that state of consciousness, from that experience of life. This Christmas season, as we move through this experience, and then we'll move into the holidays, or to the new year and to the next year, and it all seems like a big whirl sometimes. Sometimes, the minister joke is, Christmas is done. Well, Easter's next. We birthed him, we crucified him. It's just all one thing. Easter's done. Well, Christmas is next. Sometimes because we get so caught up in, these big days. But these big days are for every day. One of the most important components of this as we move through this is to remember self-care and self-compassion. So our tasks are we set intentions. We set our intention to be present. We pause when we need to pause and take a breath and be in the presence of Spirit. Then we express our love into the world. We allow our thoughts, our words, and our actions to be filled with loving kindness towards ourselves and towards others. And ourself is the big one because I think that's the hardest for us. I think we get caught up in the idea, well, that's ego. It's not ego if you're holding yourself with love. Hold yourself with love. Hold yourself with kindness. Forgive yourself. Let go of those things that you did wrong last week, the week before. Let go of those things that you're holding on to so that you can free up the space for love, for joy. And then from that overflowing experience of love and joy, we can give that to the world. How's that sound? I'd like to finish our talk here with a poem, and then I'm going to use that poem as the affirmation because I think it's for me, it's perfect. And this is called Blessed by Joyce Riley. Joyce is my mom. She lives down in Southern California, and this is one of her daily prayers that she wrote and sent to me. Faith lives through me. I am right. Not yet, Felix. We'll get to that part. Faith lives through me. I am rising and expanding. Love gives through me. I am patient and understanding. Peace flows through me and gives me rest. Joy flows in me, and I am blessed. Isn't that beautiful? Thank you. I'll let my mom know. And as I was reading this, I was trying to come up with an affirmation. I thought, that is the affirmation. What a beautiful thing to remember. So let's go ahead and put that on the screen. I'm going to read it one more time, and then we can read it together and affirm it together. So again, soak it in. Love lives through me. I am rising and expanding. Love gives through me. I am patient and understanding. Peace flows through me and gives me rest. Joy flows in me, and I am blessed. Would you affirm that with me together? Faith lives through me. I am rising and expanding. Love gives through me. I am patient and understanding. Peace flows through me, and gives me rest. Joy flows in me, and I am blessed. And so it is. Let's take that into our time of meditation and affirmative prayer. I invite you to take a nice, deep, cleansing breath and to close your eyes if that feels comfortable, or soften your gaze as we begin to tune out the outer experience of life. We begin to let go of the stress and the strain, whatever thoughts that are brewing, whatever thoughts that we're holding on to. We just simply gently release it as we focus on our breath. Thoughts will come and go. Thoughts will arise. If it's a thought that empowers you, I invite you to hold on to it. If it's a thought that creates stress and strain, I invite you to release it. See it floating by like a gentle cloud drifting in the sky. No attachment. Bless it and let it go. Breathing into this present moment, emotions begin to settle. My body relaxes. and I experience inner peace. I am one with the infinite flow of life, love, and wisdom. I am one with divine intelligence. I affirm God is as I breathe into the stillness of the silence. I am one with the infinite flow of life, love, and wisdom. Christ is, I am. This divine consciousness expresses in, through, and as me, as faith. My deep inner knowing that I am one and have everything I need within me, all strength, all wisdom, all ideas, and the power to move. Inner peace is established within me. I am a peaceful presence in the world, and divine love goes before me. I am in the flow of divine love, the harmonizing energy of spirit. I move through this day expressing that love as kindness and compassion. And as I sink into spirit, I am filled with joy. I am blessed. With a breath, we bless our spiritual community. We bless each other. We send this love out to our friends and family, blessing them, knowing divine love is doing its perfect work. We hold all of the prayer requests that have come in our hearts. And if there's somebody who you hold in prayer, I invite you to say their name out loud or bring their name to mind. And with that breath, we affirm divine love is doing its perfect work in every situation, establishing peace and comfort, grace and ease. We send this energy out into the world as we bless all of humanity. We bless all of creation. We bless our planet and all beings and all creatures within it. And as we bless the world, we are blessed, lifting our consciousness up, knowing our oneness. And for that truth, for that joy that is within us, we give thanks. We say thank you, Spirit, and we celebrate by singing the Alleluia.
Alleluia, 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 alleluia,
And with a nice deep cleansing breath, we return our attention to this time and this space and allow that presence of love to be present within us. Allow that joy to bubble up within us. be present to it. Unity Palo Alto is here to help you discover your spiritual magnificence and to help you live from this joy every moment of the day. We have an evolutionary purpose statement, and that is we are evolving in consciousness, and we do that because we are inspiring people to make a positive difference in the world and to spiritually transform their life, to put these principles into action every day so that you can live a more joyful and abundant life. And we are here because of our generous donations. We are in the middle of our pledge drive, and if you haven't received, there's some pledge letters in the back table and the pledge cards on the love offering boxes. You're welcome to grab one of those if you'd like, and realize that we are here as a cooperative. We are here to create this spiritual experience together, and our pledge drives helps us by setting an intention for 2025. If you'd like to give today in the sanctuary, there is a love offering box in the front and a love offering box in the back. And you can also give online. But however you give with love. For it's the energy that we give to the world that we receive from the world. So when we give from love, we receive love overflowing. The affirmation that we say is on the screen, and I invite you to affirm it with me together. Divine love from me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is.
Joyful, joyful, we adore you. God of glory, one of love. Hearts unfold like flowers before you, opening to the sun above. Joyful love, the sin and sadness, drive the dark of doubt away. Hearts unfold like flowers before you, opening to the sun above. Joyful, joyful, we adore you. Hearts unfold like flowers before you. Joyful, joyful, we adore you. Joyful, we adore you. All your works with joy surround you. Heaven and earth reflect your ways. Stars and angels sing around you, center of unbroken praise. All who live in love are thine. Let us lift to joy divine. Joyful, joyful, we adore you. Hearts unfold like flowers before you. Sing with me if you know it. Joyful, joyful, we adore you. Joyful, we adore you. Joyful, we adore you. Oh, joyful, we adore you. Joyful, we adore you.
Isn't that wonderful? Thank you. Thank you. We're so blessed to come together as a community and create this connection on a weekly basis. Isn't that great? So I invite you to let's continue this shared connection and energy and bless each other. I invite you to stand up, face the center island, and let's say our blessing. It's on the screen. Together, I love you, I bless you, I appreciate you, and I behold the light in you. Wonderful. Please be seated for the announcements. So the opportunity for community and shared connection extends beyond the Sunday service. As you know, we have so many activities and classes available online. What's coming up soon in the next 2 weeks are very important celebrations. We have next week, well, Christmas Eve, of course, we have the candle lighting. So the candle lighting service is a great opportunity to do caroling and just enjoy the Christmas Eve together as a community. And that's at 8 p.m. Christmas Eve. Then we also have on Christmas Day is a gathering, just to get together and enjoy carols, caroling, cocoa, and connection. It's in the Learning Center on Christmas Day at 10 a.m. And then next Sunday, we have the Burning Bowl. The Burning Bowl service is a great opportunity to kind of go over all this past year and write down your wishes and with the ceremony of burning all these notes outside in the courtyard. So if you haven't attended it, it's a great ceremony and a way to connect with each other. And that's the service is next week. And then on January 5, the first Sunday of January, we have the White Stone service. And that's when you set your intention on a white stone for the year. So please join us for these wonderful opportunity to grow spiritually and to connect as a community. Also online, we have many other classes and activities. They're both either in person or online or hybrid. And you can connect with us on unitypaloalto.org or please follow us on social media so that we get the news that we have. If you're here for the first time, we welcome you as a first-time guest, or if you're back from an extended absence. We welcome you. Please fill out a Connect card in the pew in front of you and take it to the bookstore. And we have a gift for you, it's a daily word, and we could share that with you as a welcome gift. Also, an opportunity to say if you have any last-minute gifts that you want to give. The bookstore is still having their sale, and they're great stocking stuffers or anything that you may want as last-minute gifts. So take a look at there. There's very good treasures in there. All right, and then our prayer chaplains are here to pray with you and hold you in sacred space. Today we have Karen and Emma, and thank you so much for serving in this way. You can find the prayer chaplains where they're standing, and they could pray with you and hold you in sacred space and firmly pray with you. Thank you.
And I just want to ask, don't have to go. I just want to ask our prayer chaplains in our congregation if you can hold in prayer. Our dear friend, Bob Cordy, made his transition last Sunday. And it was unexpected. It seemed rather peaceful. And we would like to hold Bob, Geraldine, and their family in our hearts and in our prayers. Affirming divine love is doing its perfect work in, through, and as each one. We see Bob as he moves into this next experience of spiritual life, flying on the wings of God, whole, sacred, and safe. And we hold all of our human experiences, all of our human beings in our love, knowing divine love is doing its perfect work. And so it is. Amen.
And now we invite you to stand up and sing on Song of Peace.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be, with God as creator. Family all are we, us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
And now our prayer for protection. Together, the light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God washes over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Love and blessings, everyone. Have a wonderful week, and Merry Christmas.
Joyful, joyful, we adore you, God of glory, one of love. Hearts unfold like flowers before you, opening to the sun above. Joyful, joyful, we adore you, God of glory, one of love. Hearts unfold like flowers before you, opening to the sun above. Melt the clouds of sin and hate, drive the dark of doubt away. Joyful, joyful, we adore you. Hearts unfold like flowers before you. And joyful, joyful, we adore you. Joyful, we adore you. Joyful, joyful, we adore you. Earth and heaven reflect your ways. Stars and angels sing around you, center of unbroken praise. All who live in love are thine. Let us lift our joy divine. Joyful, joyful, we adore you. Hearts unfold like flowers before you. Joyful, joyful, we adore you. Joyful, we adore you. Joyful, 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 we adore you. Joyful, we adore you. Joyful, we adore you. Joyful, joyful, we adore you. Loves that song. Loves that song.